Wait, we're going to talk about it. What's up, y'all? Listen, today
Hold on.
What episode are we in?
I gotta watch this.
No, just watch it. Watch it in a minute. Okay. She said she'd never go back. Okay, hold on. Kids, give me the phone.
I gotta watch the whole thing.
What's up, y'all? Listen.
You see,
I want to show.
the problem.
I want to show you. I'm going to show you when we get to the part. What's up, y'all? Listen.
What up, man?
We are in episode. I wonder if B's not here today. I wonder if it's showing a shadow on my face, but you can't see it. Cause I'm just gonna do this.
There you go. Problem solved. It's been a long day.
Man, meeting number 4. This technically is meeting number 5.
Yikes.
And we have a service tonight. We have
rehearsal.
And we need to set up. So, yeah. So that's that. I'm trying to get this to stay down. Okay. So, we're in episode 7. And we have a lot of things happening today. The first one is a video that I was just showing. Kansas.
I gotta get all the details.
So I was doing it. I'm gonna turn the volume off so you can watch this as I put it up on the video. 3, 2, 1.
Field tosses a woman's drink in her face. She then launches a chair back at him.
I will never go back there ever again.
With a bandage over her right eye, Mariah Luckett says she's still recovering physically and emotionally from the August incident. That day, she says she tried to send back her food because it was cold.
I was like, I don't want it at all at this point. And he came back and he threw that drink in my face.
Luckett says it was an alcoholic drink with lemon.
Something caused chemical burns into my eyes.
Police released body camera footage from their response. It shows Luckett in an ambulance, visibly upset.
My eyes is burning. I need to flush them out. They burn.
Officers then speak to the manager, Jason DeYoung, who hasn't been criminally charged and had a different account of what happened.
I threw a glass of water at her. She just reacted and throw back something back to me. I shouldn't have, but I mean, I'm really.
Woman's drink in her face. She then launches a chair back at him.
I will never go back there ever again.
So we got 2 stories.
I have so many.
We got 2 stories. Number 1, a lady was at the bar, like at a restaurant. She was eating from the bar, had food there, and she didn't like that the food was cold. She didn't like that the food was cold. So she said, take the food back. From her account, she says that when she told them to take the food back, the manager comes back, takes her drink, throws it in her face. On her account, it was an alcoholic drink. And because of the man throwing the alcoholic drink in her face, she had chemical burns in her eye. Another account from the manager says that the same events happened with the food thing, but when he came back, he threw water in her face. After this event on both cases, we do see a surveillance camera, and the camera says that she threw a chair at him. So that is the only information Lil Jomo has. Back to you, Can.
I just love how he says, "Yeah, I threw the water at her, and she threw something at me, and
It was like a normal event.
I throw water at people every day."
I knew I shouldn't have did it. I did it. My thing is, do you believe when she said that she had a chemical burn, or do you think that was just something to add to the
She had a whole eye patch. And so when I first saw it, I'm like, how she throw the chair? Is she the one with the eye patch? He should have had an eye patch. Then she said she got chemical burns. I don't know.
I'm about to look something
look
up.
it up. Can an alcoholic beverage cause chemical burns?
Alcoholic beverage cause chemical burns.
I mean, a whole eye patch. Mariah Lucky wasn't so lucky that day. Pun intended.
I don't see anything specifically on rubbing alcohol can cause chemical burns.
But not a margarita.
Not a margarita. So she was at the bar, had a drink. My thing is, so we know that it had to be, for him to tell the story, it had to be a clear thing. So she's saying that it was alcohol. He's saying that it was water. Mm-hmm. He fessed up to, yep, I did everything that that she is saying, but it wasn't alcohol. It was water. If you were the jury.
Mm-hmm. I know what you meant.
I said jury. If you were the jury, say it. Jury. If you were the people at the courthouse,
yes,
making the decision, who would you plead guilty?
The man. Easy peasy.
You would plead him guilty.
100%. Customer service. If she say the food code, you take the food back and get her a warm plate. You don't throw water at the girl. This is his fault. This is his fault. This is all his fault. And he should go to jail for 3 days. 3-day sentence. He should sit there and think about what he did, because that is unacceptable. You don't throw your drink at anybody just because they food code and they ask. Come on, man. That's like restaurant management 101.
That's true. Have you ever worked in fast food?
No, I haven't. Well, I worked at McDonald's for like 2 months.
So that qualifies for you working.
Well, I was thinking like restaurant. You know, restaurant is kind of different from fast food. Like I wasn't a waiter or anything.
No, I said, have you ever worked in fast food?
Oh, sorry. I thought it's restaurant registered. But yes, I worked at McDonald's for a little bit.
So, do you think the customer is always right?
They're not always right. But if you work there, it's your job to make the situation better. Even
right,
if they're
and to
wrong.
calm it down. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. So, do you think he threw alcohol or water? Do you think that is an added thing?
I think it was water.
I would,
because even if it was alcohol, I've seen many people get
hit in the face.
Yeah, and I've never heard of chemical burns. Like people get alcohol thrown
and
on them all the time.
The cry in the truck was like, I'm gonna put it up right here. Like no, ma'am.
Yeah, eye patch.
1,000%.
That was for the news. She knew the news was coming.
She had a pirate eye patch. I'm like, man.
And it looked like a water cup, you know?
Yes.
It didn't look like a...
Yeah.
It didn't look like
a regular water
drink.
cup.
Yeah, it looked like a water cup. Usually the drink cups be a little fancier.
That's a very good point. See, we got to get some more people in the judicial... No, that's the money one. We got to get more people in the Supreme Court making these decisions. Yeah. Listen...
He got to go to jail for 3 days.
Got to. He got to. So, that's the first story today. My question to you before we go on to the next one. If you got a water thrown on you and you the customer, would you haul off and throw a chair at somebody? Oh, Lord!
I would not throw a chair.
Then what would you do? You would throw hands?
I wouldn't. I would probably, I would like slip on the water, act like I broke my neck. Oh. And then you finna pay me, brother.
15K at least. At least 15,000. At least 15,000.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna send you to jail, so you gonna have to pay me.
Yeah, no, he ain't going to jail.
He ain't going to jail.
But when you think about it, what crime did he commit?
Battery.
She committed it. She threw a chair.
He started it. So if you get water thrown at you, what you gonna do?
I'm not gonna talk about what I would do. This show is about the world at large, the church at large. No, my thing is, so think about it this way. If somebody comes up to you, smack you in the face. No, that's a so. If somebody say, hey man, your shoes whacker than whack. Then they spray water on you. Does that give you the right to shoot them?
I mean, no.
See? She
But
threw a chair at that
it
man.
should not be okay for people to just go around and
The water on people.
yeah, like
No, that ain't right. I think
what if they allergic to water and now you done sprayed them with water and they skin melting off? It's a thing. There is people allergic to water. Look it up. I saw it on a TV show. Yeah.
you cannot be allergic to
yes,
water.
you can.
You can't.
And when they take baths, it's a horrendous event. Look it up. Look it up.
Your body is filled with the X amount of water.
Look it up. I saw it on the TLC.
That's fake.
It's not.
That's alternate.
We'll look it up after this. You'll see. But yeah, you can't just be throwing water on people.
You just said you said somebody is allergic to water.
Yes.
We gonna take a vote. Listen, you comment under this video if you watching on YouTube. If you watching on YouTube, comment under this video. Is Kansas crazy? That is not. No one is allergic to water.
Okay.
What do you?
I'm telling you to Google it.
It was a girl.
I think it was a little boy.
Boy allergic to water.
Yeah. Skin is red, bro.
So they skin just get red.
It's like their skin falls off.
Like leprosy.
I don't know.
What
I'm
is
just telling you
leprosy?
what I saw on TLC. I don't know.
Allergic to water.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Thank you.
She's allergic to her own sweat.
Told you.
What do you do with that?
I don't know. I told you it's horrendous. It's awful. It's like constant pain. That's why you can't just be throwing water on people. Like, it's not okay.
Dang, man, you done proved me wrong.
See?
Dang, bruh. Allergic to water. I've never in my life heard that. Allergic to water. So people are getting hit with chairs. People are getting splashed with water. And yet again, it's another Kardashian.
Oh.
I think this is the last one that we'll do. This is the last Kardashian thing
It's always them.
it's
Like, I was joking the first time, but my Lord.
it's always her. So, this is what is happening. So, obviously, the Kardashian show just came out. Another season. Another season came out. What happens in the first episode, obviously, the first episode got to draw your attention, right?
I'm not watching it.
On this episode, Khloe, hold on, let me look at my note because it's a lot of them. It's Khloe. I think it's Khloe. Khloe and Tristan. Yes. Khloe and Tristan Thompson. You know him, the basketball player. Terrible basketball player, but
Yikes.
whatever. Anyway, Khloe and Tristan were planning to have a baby. They end up like planning to have the baby through a surrogate, right? So after the implantation of that, 3 days later, Khloe gets a call from her sister, Kim Kardashian.
Of course.
It says, hi.
That was good.
So Khloe gets a call from Kim Kardashian and is saying, hey, Khloe, have you been on the internet, basically? Have you been on the internet? So Khloe says, no, I haven't. I haven't seen anything. What's up? So 3 days after, Kim tells Khloe, hey, Tristan has had another baby with another woman.
Doozy.
3 days later, they find that out. Khloe doesn't find out from Tristan. Khloe doesn't even find out from
Baby mama.
from the baby mama or going on the internet herself. She doesn't find the information herself. She gets a call from Kim Kardashian. So as Kim Kardashian was looking at how many sales she had on her clothing line, how many likes she had on Instagram, she scrolls past Tristan Thompson, baby mama drama. Khloe hears this. She says, I just can't believe it. Right? She's very hurt. Well, obviously, she hearing.
Well, he had it at the same time, right? That's what happened?
So it was like the same time. Same time.
So when they implanted theirs, he got somebody else pregnant at the same time.
It was either she was pregnant or she was no, she was a few months pregnant already. So he was with her.
As they were planting their own baby.
Right.
Wow.
And this not their first kid together.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I believe. That's from what I heard. I may be wrong. B will be like, you're wrong on that, right? But she hears this. She is hurt, obviously. This mic is like crooked. Whatever. She hears this, very upset, goes to him and says, hey, we're done. Breaks up with him and says, we just gonna co-parent. All this drama is happening, obviously, with the Kardashians. My question to y'all is concealing the truth lying?
That's an easy answer to me.
Is it yes?
Absolutely.
Okay, how so?
Because even if you don't lie, if you're manipulating the truth or concealing the truth, still a lie.
So he is in this thing as he is. So like he with the girl. I don't even know who the girl is. With the girl as he is with this girl. So, number one, you have already broken the trust in between y'all. And y'all literally planning to have another baby. And the other thing was the baby that the other girl was gonna have was a boy, and that's what they wanted. So that hit even
So they
harder.
got all girls?
Yes, I think so. So they wanted a boy on this one, whatever. So my thing is, with concealing the truth, right? What does that entail? Like, what's the parameter behind concealing the truth? What do you think?
Break it down some more.
So, concealing the truth. So, let's say I stole $5 out of your wallet.
Bruh. That's bogus.
Nah. So, let's say I
I
stole.
got a key to my office.
Let's say I stole $5 out of your wallet, and I'm just sitting here. I ain't say nothing about it. You didn't ask me.
So I don't even realize my $5 is gone.
Is that lying?
I don't know if it. At the bottom line, it's wrong. I don't know if it's considered lying. I think it may be more considered manipulation.
Or would it just
I
be
don't
stealing?
know. So it's definitely stealing.
It's a weird place, right? It's a weird place because in that context it would be stealing. But if it was ever a time this girl was like, yo, is everything good with us? Yo, you being, you know what I'm saying? All that
Were
stuff.
they married? Dang.
I think so. They living by a different code.
Oh, well, you know. It ain't the Jesus code.
I did not the Jesus code, I'll tell you that. So it was more of he was cheating on her. Obviously cheating on her. Yes, that's the 1,000% thing.
Adulterer.
Well, fornicator, though.
Yeah, well.
They all fornicator. Everybody in sin.
Everybody needs to go to the altar.
Hey, it's some sin involved in any way you put this. So he's because I've heard this a lot. If they haven't asked me, is it lying? Like they mama. So if you out here partying and your mama didn't ask you if you partying, and you like, well, she didn't ask me if I was.
Still doing something you ain't supposed to do.
Exactly. So let's say this. Break it down since we're talking about it. Let's say this. If a person, Tristan, right? Mm-hmm. Tristan is talking to the girl, whatever. Talking to the girl, Khloe asks him, hey, so let's say they had the baby, right? Mm-hmm. So that means he was with her. She asks him, are you dating another girl? What does he say? Should he say, yes, I am, or yes, I slipped up and I was with her? Concealing the truth would be, nah, man, I'm not dating nobody. And
they might not have been dating. It could have been one thing.
But with that, it's still...
You still need to... You know when you need to speak up and say something. And if you don't, just to say, oh, well, she didn't ask, then it's not right.
All right, fine.
I don't really know what it falls under, to be honest. I feel like it's lying.
I feel like it's still lying.
Because you're not telling the whole truth.
Right. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The whole truth.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the word that we need to get to. So the whole truth. You're telling a part truth. So since we're on this, I think it's time to tell y'all. I am Lil Jomo.
Amen.
Lots of people have been asking me, am I him? And all I do is say,
Fess up.
I say, what are you talking about? What?
Y'all heard it first.
I'm Lil Jomo. You can tell all your friends, I'm him. Okay? I'm him. Yeah. I feel so free. I'm him.
And my name really is Kansas. It's the truth. Take it up with my parents.
I am sorry for everyone. I was not telling the whole truth. I am Little Jomo.
Hey.
Listen.
What if my real name was like Paprika or something?
What's your middle name?
Amelia.
Amelia?
Real basic.
Yeah, that is basic.
Kansas, Amelia.
Mine is E40.
No, it ain't.
Something with an E, though.
It is.
I can't tell you my government name. You ain't gonna see me out here. I'm surprised you said it. I thought you.
I got nothing to hide.
Nah, man, I thought you were from the streets.
Yeah, Kansas. I don't even know.
Chantrice.
Kansas Shaniqua.
Kansas Chantrice.
Chantrice. No. My mom's white, so it had to be something in there.
Yeah.
Even though Amelia, I feel like that's a Mexican name. No?
Probably that's all right. Put it in the comments.
I feel like...
Is this a comment-worthy conversation?
Not really.
No.
Move on.
Yeah. Move on. So the whole truth is what we're talking about.
Yes.
Telling the whole truth.
Nothing but the truth.
So help you God. Imagine going into the court and they had this and they say, put your hand on the Bible. You put right hand, right? Is the right hand or the left hand?
I'm confused. I thought it was the right hand, but I heard it was the left. So now I'm confused.
And you put your hand on the Bible.
Left, maybe? I don't know.
That means...
I feel like it's left and right.
So put your hand on the Bible. They say, do you promise to tell most of the truth?
That ain't what they say.
So help you God. If your mama is asking you, are you in that relationship that they warned you not to get into? You probably should just tell them. Mm-hmm. Don't hide it. If they are asking you, hey, where you at last night? Just tell them.
Yeah.
Just
As much
tell
as
'em.
y'all don't want to hear it, parents be knowing
They
and
be knowing.
parents be right
They be right.
for the most part.
They be, yep, exactly.
Really
If they
do be right.
they are led by God and they are, and even in parents where they don't have it all
Yeah.
together, God will give them insight, right? Even with their years on the earth, right? And I think when we talk about telling the whole truth, it usually stems to the parents, right? But like with that, I remember when I was doing my dirt, when I really need to get on my knees and pray. My mom literally knew. So it was one time when I wasn't in the house and I was supposed to be. She was up praying. God said, go to Jeremiah's room. Walked right in there. She said, get back to the house now. I don't even care what you're doing. Get back now.
Now.
So, like, with that, parents know, especially if your parents are tapped in, if your parents know how to pray, know how to seek God, it is not to scare you. But I think with that, with parents, please tell the whole truth, right? When we say honor your parents, it is not just because this might be an episode. They like, all right,
Right? He trying
y'all
to
done
cook
with
off.
the y'all
Don't
done
y'all
with
go nowhere. You take this.
y'all done with the Khloe. Y'all done with the Khloe and just okay, we're done. We'll catch up next
You
week.
stay right here.
But like with that, with specifically with parents, please, when we say honor, that is not just like do everything right in front of them and make them feel like you are okay. My thing was I made them feel like I was good, where I would always be in their face, always talk to them, always continuing to communicate. And with that, I was doing my dirt. I was doing my dirt so they would feel like I was good. So I would talk to them, connect with all this different stuff. So it would kind of keep me away from having to tell them the truth.
Yeah.
That's one instance with your parents. With friendships, with people that you are trying to build with, right? With your leaders at church, with your teachers at school, whatever it is. When you are being dishonest, it starts this unnecessary pathway that makes building relationships so much more difficult. So let's say Tristan and Khloe weren't caught up in all this craziness, right? Let's say they got married or they were in a relationship. Let's say they were in a relationship about to get married, engaged.
Fiancés.
Yeah, fiancés, all of this. In an argument that they have, obviously we're not going to go to the extreme that it is now. Let's say it's an argument, an interaction that she's asking him about, like, hey, what's the history with this person, right? Or what's the history with this thing? Maybe it's he had an alcohol problem. Maybe he couldn't stop drinking. And she is asking him, hey, when is the last time you had a drink? Or are you still drinking? Or whatever it is. And he says, no, I'm not drinking. And 2 weeks before that, he was drinking like a mug, right? He was I don't know if I should. I'm going to cut that out. He was drinking. No, I always say that. He was drinking bad, right? But at that point, he's like, I'm not drinking. I mean, like, I'm not drinking. Yeah, I'm not drinking now. Like, I've moved on from that.
It was 2 weeks ago.
Did you rob the bank? I mean, that was a month ago.
No.
That's old news.
What do you mean?
So with that, when you are dishonest, it creates this pathway of an unnecessary pathway, right? Where we are going away from the intention that God had for these friendships, relationships, all these different things. Because we are scared to face the music. We are scared to face the actual problem because of what they may think. You don't want to hurt them, whatever that is. Even in your regular conversations, face the music, right? Even if it's small stuff.
Yep.
Be able to face the music and say, yo, this is what happened. And not telling part truths, because as you keep telling part truths, you're going to get further and further away from what God has intended for that friendship and relationship. And it's easy to do. It's easy to do. So, have you ever been like in a situation like that where you were like, you were fearful that it was going to make it worse on the relationship or the friendship, whatever it is, so you withheld the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You don't have to but like,
I don't think I'm ready to fess up to this.
What did that produce though?
Okay, I'm gonna just tell the truth. So I had a friend in high school. Oh, this is so bad. I can't believe I'm telling this, but I had a friend in high school.
Oh Lord.
And I was parked by her car. And this is when I first learned how to start.
Oh, you acted like, I thought it was going to be like bad, like, hey, I hit somebody.
This is still bad. Because she was like a cheermate of mine. Like, we were friends. We were together all the time. So I pulled out of the parking lot and scratched like the whole side of her car. Right? So I didn't know it was her car. Like, I found out later because I just kept going. I was scared. I didn't want to deal with it. I kept going. So I found out later. She was like, man, somebody scratched my car. I was like, oh, why did it have to be you? And then, like, she made a joke because my car was black. She was like, you got a black car. Was it you? I was like, no.
Lied to her face.
Lied to her face. And I felt bad. Like, and I'll be honest, I never told her the truth.
Here's what we're going to do.
I'm going to text her today. I never told her the truth. But, our friendship.
Hold on. Let's do it.
I don't have her number anymore. I got to find her on Facebook.
Oh, man. I wanted to do it.
I haven't talked to her in years. She wasn't like a super close friend. We just cheered together. But anyway.
I was going to call her. That would have been good.
Now, after this, I have to mess. Oh, man. Anyway. But yeah, our relationship was like never the same because I always felt bad. Like, so every time I saw her, I just felt bad. So it was like I couldn't even really be her friend like that no more because I just felt bad every time I was around her.
Because you straight up lied.
I straight up lied to her face. This was like, had to be 2007. I don't even know where she at these days. I might find her on Facebook.
Don't you hate that? When you literally lie to somebody's face.
It's awful. Like, I really felt bad. But then I was so afraid of not only getting in trouble by my parents, but then, like, having to admit that I lied to her face. Like, it was just awful. And it just kept building and building and building. And it's just bad, man.
That's what it does. It builds.
Yes.
One lie builds to the next one. The next one builds to the next one. And now, when you lie, it always starts with small stuff. Then that's what sin is.
Yep.
Sin, it always starts with something very small. Now all of a sudden it's this huge mountain of a lie because you let one lie come in where it's like, okay, the thing with lying is it's the epitome of selfishness. Mm-hmm. Because you lying to someone, you always say, I just don't want to hurt them. No.
It's 100% selfish.
It's 100% selfish. You don't want them to respond in a way that you feel like you can't take. Mm-hmm. That you're like, you did wrong, so you don't want to address it, and you just let it sit, and you say, I'm going to lie because I'm trying to save them. I'm trying to say, no.
It's always about you.
It's always about you. Sin is always about you. Like, if you look at any of it, it's all about you at the essence of it, right? At the pinnacle, at the foundation of every lie. It is all about you. And that's the easiest thing. My fear for us as church people, and I shouldn't say my fear. What's another word for that?
Concern?
My concern, yeah. My concern for us is that we will be so comfortable with the small things like lying, right? That when we do that, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just joking around. This is not a real sin.
It's not a small thing.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a small thing because that adds, right?
Not only that, it breaks trust.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, once you lie to me, now I'm always questioning, like,
If you a lie, you a steal.
Still, you cheat.
If you steal, you cheat. If you cheat, you are a murderer. Okay, so my thing with that is, if you start with one small sin, it always is like a compound thing, right? So, like, I've learned this. If you start with lust, it is going to come with being secretive, people losing trust in you, and it will also go into this level of, I would say, in a way, idol worship, because you are protecting something. You're protecting this lustful state, right? This lifestyle that you're in, and it becomes your God. You may be wondering, why did the video just skip a minute ago? You may be wondering, what happened to Jeremiah's hat? You even may be wondering, why in the world are we listening to a voiceover right now? We came for a podcast. Well, in today's episode, our equipment wanted to mess up. So listen up as you guys continue to watch. Pray that we will get better equipment. In Jesus' name. All right, listen to this last part of this episode. All right, listen. I'm sorry. We're so sorry. Tune in next week. Listen, the camera keep
It's
messing.
not working. It's not working. He done went from hat to no hat. Now he got a hat again. It's just not working today, okay? We tried the white lie, y'all. Now we paying the consequences.
Listen, the point is, if you're lying, don't even do the white lies. Don't even do the small lies that you feel like, oh man, this not hurting nobody. You said something about the outfit. Say that again.
If the outfits is terrible, you say, listen, I don't like your outfit, but as long as you like it, that's all that matters. That's what you do.
Don't be lying to these people.
Don't be lying.
Don't be lying. Listen, and do not run from necessary tension.
Yes.
If it is necessary for growth, don't run. Don't run. All right? Listen, this week, I want y'all to go some people and tell them the truth. Okay? It's some people that you need to go and tell the truth to. It will free you up. It will free them. And it will bring growth. It will bring growth. All right? Do it. Listen, we praying for the Kardashians.
We praying for us.
Listen, we praying for Khloe, even though they're going to make more money off of her pain anyway. So the more you watch, the more they'll make money. Love you. That's the problem.
Wow.
That's the problem. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. See, that's the problem.